30-minute practice, which is mostly designed for beginners. So if you have just done 1 or 2 sessions of yoga, will be good for you as well. This will be good for you. Or even if you have been practicing for quite some time and you just want to have a slow kind of practice, and this is also the class that can suit you as well. So we're going to start from lying down. So let's come to our mat. So lying down on our mat, we're going to gently bring the feet down to the floor. So bend through both knees. Just have those knees hip width apart. So once we are staying in this position, we really want to feel the whole spine resting on the mat. We're going to place the hands beside the body, just allowing the shoulders to relax away from your ears. Place so palms facing up. Just gently think of pressing both feet down to the floor. So we're taking a moment to connect with the breath. So as we're closing our eyes, soften the face, soften the eyes. Just noticing the flow of your breath here. It's a natural flow of your breath, the rise and the fall of the belly. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths. So we breathe in through the nose and 2 more, breathe in, breathing in, Next, inhale, drawing that breath in through the nose. Feel the expansion, feel the sides of the ribs expand. Your belly might lift or inflate up towards the ceiling. Then on the exhale, gently pulling that lower belly back. Feel the spine comes back down to the floor. And the breath is out through the nose. So take another 3 rounds at your own pace, just inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out through the nose. 2 more, inhale through the nose. And out through the nose. And from here, you can keep your eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. We're going to start moving the body, and we're going to connect that breath with the movement. So when we inhale, drawing the arms up, this is one long movement. Draw the arms up. The end of inhalation, the hands are resting behind your head. Exhale, start to lift the arms. Then on the end of your exhalation, that's when your hands come back down to the floor. So we want to take these 3 more rounds. So the intention is to really slow down the movement. So inhale, 1 long breath. If you want to include counts in your breath, maybe 3 to 6 or 7 inhalation. So remember, the hands don't touch the back of your head unless you're at the end of your inhalation. You can include a pause here, maybe pause for 3 counts. Then on the exhale, start to move the arms up. Exhale. And hands down to the floor. Let's take another round. Inhale. Exhale. Really slowly, gently resting the hands down to the floor. The second round, we're going to start lifting the hips in this movement. So when we inhale, raising the arms, lifting the hips off the ground, and think of drawing those hips up towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin to your chest. The same as the first one. The end of inhalation, can have your hands drop down. Take 1 to 3. Pause here. So 1 to 3 counts of pause. Exhale. As we roll the spine back down, we also raise the arms up and gently, gently, with control, as the hips touch the mat, the hands touch the mat. So take another 3 rounds at your own pace. So still working on the breath, working on the length of your breath. Remember to have that pause in between the breaths. 1 to 3 counts if that's comfortable for you. On your final round, release the hands. Just gently drop your hips down to the floor. Take your arms out to the side. I'm going to windscreen the legs, so drop your knees to one side and directing your head to the opposite. So if your knees dropping to the right, then you'll direct your head to the left side. Keep pressing the shoulder blades, so both shoulder blades pressing down to the floor. Supine twist. Exhale back to the center. Drop your knees to the opposite. So all the way to the opposite. Extend both arms. Direct your head to the right side. And then back to the center. Good work. From here, we hug the knees into the chest. Hug the knees in. Maybe rock side to side. Just give that gentle massage. Rock side to side. From here, let's cross the ankles, rocking back and forth. So start to find the momentum, rocking back and forth. Maybe another 2. And then slowly release, coming to tabletop. Let's come forward. So to our tabletop here are all fours. So wrist under the shoulder. Stack the knee under the hip. So we're going to take 5 rounds. So we'll do a longer breath here as well. So with the toes, you can tuck the toes or plant the toes down. So again, finding what's comfortable for you. Let's inhale. Think of dropping the belly, maybe looking up, keeping the arms straight. Exhale to round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Another 3. Inhale. Exhale, just gentle movement. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to tabletop. From here, we're going to take the right leg out to the side. So when we take that right leg out, see if we can have that pigeon toe. So pressing the right outer edge of your foot down to the floor. From here we're going to take a variation, the same movement in cat and cow, but we start just to open that hip a little bit more. So inhale, look up, exhale, round the spine. 2 more, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, back to tabletop. And we're going to walk the hands back. So from here, walking the hands back, come straight to Parigasana or gate pose. So we keep that right leg extended out, curl the tailbones, take the arms up, and then drop your right hand towards the right ankle. Take your left arm up and over. So finding the side stretch through the left part of the body. Maybe look up to your left armpit. Inhale, exhale. In, exhale. From here, when we come out, circle that left arm, drop your left hand down. So that left hand is just next to your left knee. Take the right arm up and over. So we take the other side. Parigasana side stretch. Take the right arm up and over. Find that lengthen. Well done. Exhale to release, and then we walk the hands forward again. Bring that right leg in. Maybe rocking side to side. Now take the left leg out. Start with our cat and cow pose first, so 3 rounds. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine. In. And exhale. 1 more. In. Exhale. To neutral spine, walk your hands back. Inhale to reach up. Drop your left hand first. Take your right arm up and over. So come into our gate pose here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. And when we come out, take your circle the top arm. Drop your right hand next to your right knee. So make sure we're not collapsing the chest. Open up the chest. Take your left arm up and over. Press the outer edge of your left foot. So find that one straight line from your finger, so left fingers, all the way down through your shoulder, the hip, towards your ankle. You'll find a really deep lengthening here through the side of the body. Exhale to release. Then walk your hands again forward. Rocking side to side. Now from here we're going to walk the hands back. So walking the hands back and drop your hips just behind. Drop your hips on your heels. Now your toes can be tucked under like so if that's comfortable, or just plant and rest your toes down on the floor. Coming to our breath now, hands on top of your thighs. Drawing your shoulders back and down, take a moment. In through the nose, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Stay with your breath. Good. And bring the hands to the front of the chest. Let's come to kneeling. So we want to squeeze the thighs here. Think of pulling the lower belly back, squeezing the thighs. Going to step your right foot forward. So come into kneeling lunge. Step your right foot forward. Make sure that right knee is stacked on top of the ankle. From here, inhale, reach up. Then option here to draw the chest up towards the ceiling, opening. Exhale, back to neutral spine. Hands to the front of the heart, release the hands down to the floor. We're going to step the right foot back. So take cat and cow pose. Chin to chest. And then drop your hips back to child. And then coming up to kneeling. Squeeze the thighs, step your left foot forward, kneeling lunge. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, point your chest, light back bend here. Back to neutral spine. And then through the midline, so hands through the heart, release the hands to the front of the mat. Step your left foot back. Cat and cow. Chin to chest. And then drop your hips to the heels, child pose. Walk your hands back, kneeling. Coming to kneeling, hands to the heart. We'll do that 2 more rounds. So this is a variation of Surya Namaskar. So usually we will come up to the top of the mat and doing it standing. But this is another way if you want to have a gentler warm up. So through our Surya Namaskar, but mostly on the floor. So kneeling to start with. Okay, let's do that 2 more rounds on both sides. So inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Then exhale, point your chest up. Back to the center, neutral spine through the midline. Release the hands to the front of the mat. Step your right foot back. Cat and cow. Drop your hips back to the heels. Walk your hands to kneeling. Let's do the other side. Hands to the front of the chest. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, reach. Come into a back bend. If you're going that way, point the chest, soften the shoulders. Exhale, back to neutral spine. Hands to the front. Step your left foot back. Cat and cow. Drop your hips. And walk your hands back. Good. 1 more round each side. Hands to the front of the chest. Step your right foot forward. Kneeling lunge. Inhale to reach. And point the chest up. Exhale, neutral spine. Hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. Cat and cow. Drop your hips to heels. Walk your hands to your knees and come up kneeling. Hands to the front of the chest. Step your left foot forward. Kneeling lunge. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to back bend. Inhale, neutral spine. Hands down to the floor. Step your left foot back. Cat and cow. Drop your hips to heels, child pose. Then walk your hands back to kneeling. Good work. Well again. Then from here, drop your hands down through tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes under. Let's make our way up to down dog. So start to pedal the legs just whenever you're ready. So in downward facing dog, just making sure those hips are softened. If it's too much on your lower back, you can always soften through the knees. You can bend the knees, lift those heels slightly off the ground. And from here, we're going to step the feet forward, just step by step to the top of the mat. Come into our first Uttanasana. And then inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to deep fold. Inhale to reach up. And then bring the hands to the front of the chest. Good. So from here, we're going to make our way to warrior one. So we'll start with lifting the left knee to chest. So lift that left knee to chest. We're going to step the left foot all the way back. Okay. Then start bending through your right knee. So you want to have that right knee bent. Then stack them on top of your right ankle. From here again, reach up, inhale. So you can stay here. Just think of squaring off through the chest. Then, if it's available, you can come to a back bend again. Point your chest up. Does not have to go all the way back. Just make sure you still feel it lengthen through the back of your spine. And then exhale to the front of the chest. From here, front leg straight. So see how these legs are straight. If you have your knee bent like this, you might want to step forward. Just one step. Make sure you shorten your stance. Okay, inhale to lengthen. We're going to fold from here. So folding from the hips, pull the lower belly back, lower down. Hands to the floor, inhale. Maybe hands just on the shin, just really finding what's available for you. Release the hands down. Coming halfway up, bring your hands to the hips. And on the exhale, coming all the way up. Then from here, we're coming to a Trikonasana. So another standing posture. From here, coming up. And then we're going to pivot the left foot to 90. So we're facing the left. So front heel in line with your back arch. If you do have a block or a book, you can place that inside that right foot to support your hand. So from here, come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Take so both arms up. Maybe shrug the shoulders and release. So just make sure those arms are soft. So we're going to reach forward with the right hand. And then place the right hand gently, maybe onto your support, your props. Maybe it's available. You can place your right hand down all the way to Utthita Trikonasana, which is extended triangle pose. So we're staying here for a moment, stacking the shoulder on top of shoulder. I am going to face the camera. So we stack the shoulder on top of shoulder. So feel that left hip. You might feel that left hip comes forward like so. If that's the case, think of drawing your left hip back. Take the left arm up. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to bend that right knee and coming to warrior two. So ideally, we're still facing the left. So open up the arms. Shrug the shoulders again and release. So front heel in line with your back arch. Squaring off the hips towards the left side of the room. Breathe in. So this is warrior two. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, from here, we're going to sweep that left arm forward. We're going to sweep the arms up to high crescent lunge and bring the hands to the front of the chest. We're coming to our standing balance. So see if we can bring that left leg forward. Now, option here, we're going to extend that leg, grab hold the back of your leg to support. Or if it's available only, grab hold the big toe and then extend. So again, exploring the options. You can give it a go, whichever works for you. If you're here, take another 2 or 3 breaths. So think of lifting that leg, so working on your hip flexors, lifting that left leg finding perhaps ideally to 90-degree angle. Exhale, we're going to bend that knee, bring the hands to the front of the chest. So this is a tricky one. We're going to take the left leg back, coming to warrior 3. So when we come to warrior 3, we want to keep bringing that torso forward. So you want to feel the shoulders, the hip, and the back heel is in one line. Then on the exhale, coming forward, step your left foot to meet your right. Tadasana, mountain pose. So hands beside the body. Inhale, closing the eyes. So this is our standing meditation practice where we stand and allowing the eyes and the face to soften, and we notice our breath. We notice the sensations. We notice how the body feels. To the other side, hands to the front of the chest. So here, just allowing the thumbs to touch the front of your chest. And we're taking our warrior 1. So right knee to chest. We're going to step that right foot. So you can also bend through that left knee if it's more comfortable for you. Step your right foot back and drawing your hips towards your camera, towards the front of the room. Inhale to reach up. This is where you can go further. You can, if this is enough for you, stay here for a moment. Otherwise, you can come to a back bend. Exhale, back to neutral spine. Hands on the front of the chest and start to strain that front leg. If you know when you fall down, which is the next pose, to Parsvottanasana, if you know that your left knee bent, then you want to shorten your stance. Drawing the hips forward. So inhale, exhale, fold from the hips, and then draw your hands down to the floor. Inhale into halfway lift. Exhale to fold. If it's too much, you can bring your hands onto the shin. If you have 2 books, you can place your left hand onto your book, right hand on the other book. Okay. Staying here for a moment. Big breath in. And out. In and out. Good. Bring the hands to the front of the chest, or you can bring your hands to the hips when you come up. Let's take Trikonasana. So we pivot the right foot, so the right foot to 90. So front heel and your back foot is in line, or in one straight line. Take the arms out, grab your book or your block, place that inside your left foot. So inhale, open up the arms. And on the exhale, reach forward, really reach forward. So we tuck that hip in to the socket. Then on the exhale, drop your left hand to your block, right arm reaching up. So you don't want to flop the head. We want to keep finding that lengthen. Well done. Exhale to come up. When we come up, bend through the left knee, come straight to warrior 2. So bend through the left knee, stack them together. So knee, stack on top of your left ankle. Shrug the shoulders. Soft. So this is warrior 2. Ideally, we want to have the shoulders and the hips in one line. So we don't want it to go far forward, go too far back. Just in the middle. In the center. And from here, let's remove that block. Sweep that right arm forward. So come into high crescent lunge. You're going to tuck the back toes. High crescent lunge. Inhale. Hands to the front of the chest, and we're going to bring the right leg forward. So shift your weight to your left foot. An option here, maybe you can bend through the knee, Maybe you can extend the leg and hold the back of the leg. So use that hands to support and to lift that leg higher if that's available. Otherwise, hold the big toe and extend. Take 3 to 4 breaths here wherever you are. If you're here, keep supporting the back of the leg. Strong on your standing leg. Exhale, bend through the knee and gently drop that foot and shake the legs. Well done. Inhale to reach up and exhale, we're going to fold forward. Bend the knees, step back to down dog. And we're going to drop the knees down, coming to kneeling. We'll do one more of our version of Sun Salute or Surya Namaskar. So inhale, hands to the front of the chest, step your right foot. Inhale, reach. Exhale, point the chest up. Back to neutral spine. Hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. Cat and cow. Drop the hips to the heels. Walk your hands to the knees. And then coming up, kneeling. Second round. Hands to the front of the chest. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, point your chest up. Back to neutral spine. Hands to the top of the mat. Step your left foot back. Cat and cow. Chin to chest. And drop the knees. Let's hold here in our child pose. Then walk your hands back towards your knees. Good work. And from here we're going to extend the legs forward. We're going to slowly make our way down, back down to the floor or to the mat. So if you really have these props handy, just around you, grab them, a block or a book. So when we come down, so let's come all the way down onto our backs. We want to so bend through the knees first, the same as what we did in the beginning. See if we can bring the heels closer to the buttocks. Knees are hip width apart. So what we want to have is bring that support so your props under the sacrum. So sacrum is that flat part on your lower back. So we want to place the support there, and you can always adjust. If you do have a block like mine, you can always adjust. So this is to help us coming into a deep back bend. You can even come all the way up like so, depending on how deep you'd like to go in your back bend. So if we are using the support, I'm going to show you two versions of variations. So if you're here, just bring the hands next to the body. So if you're happy, just stay here 3 to 5 breaths. If you like to go further, you can extend those legs forward. It's a bit more stretch here on the lower part of your front body, so your front legs. 3 to 5 breaths here. So that's the first option if you're using your props. If you're not using any props, start from hands beside the body, and then on the exhale, we're going to lift the hips. Keep peeling the spine. And from here, you can either place your hands to support, like so. Keep tucking the chin to chest, or interlacing the fingers behind your back. 3 to 5 breaths here. Okay, wherever you are, finding your variations, explore the options for your own body. So once you're ready, releasing the hands or keep supporting the hips, we're going to lower the spine gently from the upper back, mid back, lower back. Last one to come down is your hips. Just staying here for a moment. If you did have your support, you can just gently lifting the hips and remove the block or the book and move them to the side. From here again, when straightening the legs, take the arms out to the side. If you want to go further into this twist, you take your right foot, place that above your left knee. So come into that figure 4 variation in this twist. Remember to keep pressing the left shoulder blade. So both shoulder blades are pressing down. If you feel that, oh, my knee is lifting, it's not really comfortable, grab your block, place that block under your knee. And back to the center, release. We'll do the other side, windscreen to the other or the opposite side. Directing your head to a different, so the opposite direction of your knees. Okay. If you're going deeper, left foot above your right knee. Place a block under that left knee. And take a moment here. 3 to 5 breaths. Exhale to release. Back to the center, hugging the knees in. And circle the knees out, butterfly in the legs. Circle the knees out. Circle the knees in. Just massaging your lower backs down to the ground. And we come into the resting down practice, which is our Shavasana. So we're going to drop the legs. So the right foot is touching the right corner of your mat, left foot touching the left corner of your mat. If you want to elevate your head, some of us might not feel comfortable to just lie down fully on our spine on the mat. So if you would like to elevate, you can also place a block under your head to support. That also to allow the lengthening through the back of the neck. And just placing the hands here beside the body. See if you can draw those hands closer to the body and closing the eyes. So we'll stay here for the next 3 to 5 minutes. If you're staying longer than that, of course, by all means. So once we're settling in here, let's take big breath in together and then out through the mouth. Soften the face, the eyes. From here in your own time, again, if you would like to stay longer, please do so. Otherwise, if you're making your way out, just gently bring that movement back to your body. Maybe you're wriggling your toes, circling the ankles in and out. Circle the wrists in and out. And hugging the knees to chest, rocking side to side, and just rolling over to one side and slowly coming back up to a comfortable seated. So cross-legged if it's comfortable for you. Just closing the eyes, connect with your breath. Placing the hands to the front of the chest. Maybe rubbing the hands, feeling the warmth. Place them gently on our face, and running them through the hair, to the back of the neck, and to the front of the heart. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed the class. I'll see you next time. Namaste.